Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Noelle and I do unboxings, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, but a variety of other categories as well, including books, beauty, jewelry, travel, home decor, and the very occasional dash of Disney. So if you enjoy unboxings, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell, and that way you'll find out whenever I post new videos, which is usually at least once a day, whenever I announce giveaways, and of course whenever I go live. And as always, if you are already subscribed, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here. I really appreciate all of your continued support. Today is a fun day because I have a new box to the channel to share with you. It has been sent to me for review and it is called Birdmoss. Now I have been trying to get this on my channel for quite some time. I've been putting it in all of my polls and finally you guys gave me enough votes to reach out and get this box for the channel. I just love the descriptions and the reviews that I've read for it. It is unlike any other box that I have seen out there. So it just says glimpse a magical world. So it's kind of this mystical, magical journey with a theme each month. So it kind of has that like witchy magic, but it's not necessarily like a spiritual new agey box. Like you might get some crystals or interesting found objects, but it's not necessarily one of those spiritual boxes that I very rarely review here on the channel as well. It is just $39.99 per month, and I do have a code for you. It is Noelle, just simply my name, and that will save you $7 on your first box. So pretty good incentive to try it out. But let me go ahead and read the description to you first. It says, Birdmoss box subscribers say it's like getting a daydream in the mail. With each box, you will receive works of art and self-care rituals that engage all of the senses to create an immersive, magical experience. Think of it as a package from a friend who cherishes your delightful heart and spirit. Your boxes are accompanied by poetry and prose which tell of a gifted dreamer. You are that dreamer, and this is your story. Some letters and documents arrive inside your monthly box and others are emailed to you. So it's kind of a journey each time. There's like a little bit of like secrecy and mystery involved in it as well. It's like almost an Alice in Wonderland experience where you venture into this magical forest each month and see what you get. So let's open it up together. I haven't taken a look yet. So on the inside, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a letter and then this like nice little sticker on the inside. It says, gather pen, paper, matches. This is the start of it all, when finally dusk begins to fall and muffle the day's noises and needs. It starts with a tug, a beckoning scent, a rustle, the faint rattle of seeds. You didn't know that you were missing. From a story pouring forward in another place. You break the seal and feel the skating brush of a wing. So I, as someone who studied poetry and wrote poetry, really appreciate that. It is so beautiful. So the theme for the month of June, so this was the June box. I think the June box is sold out, so she's already taking pre-orders for July. I know this is already July when you're finally seeing this video, but sometimes there are past boxes that you can buy. It's a little bit more than the monthly subscription, but she does have one-time purchases available. This is just such a beautiful image. It's Twiight. The Twiight Bejeweled is our theme for the month of June. It says, in the period after the sun dips below the horizon, when there is still light in the sky, the twilight manifests for only an hour or so. This is the time of uncanny, eclipse-like shadows, when one may fall prey to tricks of the light and aural illusions. As the dusk gathers, a dreamer may experience a sense of blurring at the edges, dissolving as the light fades. This feeling is usually only a passing fancy. In contrast, the animals, plants, and trees grow more jewel-like in color. New details coalesce and emerge. Ancient stories suggest that stepping into the twilight transports one to a corner of Birdmoss guarded by a willow-dwelling nymph. Every evening, she dedicates herself to painting the landscape and its creatures in deepening hues. They become ever more riotous and colorful until darkness finally falls and her hour's work is erased. So kind of like different than the witching hour, but still all of that magic happening, all of the plants and animals sort of coming to life, and you're in that weird liminal space. I love Twiight. It's such a special time. So this is cool, you guys. So it's like a letter that's been like annotated. It says, Twiight returns what the dawn had scattered. And then it tells us some of the items that are in here, but you can see it's like someone scribbled notes. Doesn't that feel like magical, like you've discovered a treasure. I just love the feel of this box. It's kind of got like a Griffin and Sabine vibe because of the letters and the handwriting, but let's see what our Twilight box has in store for us. I mean, just look at the presentation, you guys, and then it's got this beautiful like embossed silver sticker. I'm just really impressed. I could use a little bit of mystical, magical Twilight coolness in my life for sure. So very thankful to get this on the channel, and hopefully we get to see it again. Hopefully you guys enjoy seeing it, and maybe some of you decide to take a journey down the rabbit hole. So let me see if I can find, let me dig around in here and see what items we have. Okay, so this is fun. All right, we did get a twig. So you could use this for different things, but I feel like it's a special twig. So you have to use your imagination a little bit here. This is a willow twig. It says you receive a rough-hewn stick from a willow tree. It has been quickened in a thunderstorm to help you see the world at its most vivid and lively, even if your vision is clouded by rainfall or gathering darkness. Tap each item in your box to imbue it with the willow's adaptability and inherent sense of hope. So it says you find the willow tree and peek through its leafy skirts. Oh, that's what the little annotated note was. So it's just a twig. You could definitely put some like macrame on it, or you could, as they suggested, use it as your wand to imbue items with the willow's adaptability and inherent sense of hope. So I need that. Tap myself. All right, what else have we got? This is, ooh, something like a little self-care item. Twilight milk. It says the foxes of Birdmoss. I feel like you're definitely entering a whole like Lord of the Rings kind of world here. It says the foxes of Birdmoss practice a special herbal alchemy, and they have concocted a drink to augment your enjoyment of the twilight. Your jar includes a blend of purple sweet potato, like taro, lavender, and vanilla powders to support a calm, alert disposition. Whisk it into warm milk or milk substitute. Include Twilight milk in your bedtime practices on nights when you desire to direct your dreaming to specific places within Birdmoss. So Birdmoss is our magical world that we get to enter. How cool. It says the foxes also use lavender for pathfinding. That was what our little note is. So it's like a powder. It's a potion, you guys. Twilight milk, the ritual. Whisk 2 teaspoons into 1 cup of warm milk. So how cool. And then you have purple milk, which definitely seems magical. I think this box is so cool, you guys. I'm totally into it. I'm totally into it. Let's see. Oh, I think we got some fairy lights. They're calling them lambent lights though. So here we go. So just on a little copper wire. So they're very teeny tiny. It says small glowing orbs appear and dart between the trees. You call to them and they settle in your hands. Their warm glow and trembling movements evoke a feeling of peace and wonder. Your lights allow you to summon the remembrance of the will-o-wisps in your own world. They are pliable, battery powered, and waterproof. Add them to a floral arrangement, altar, or bedside table. And they did actually include the battery for us, so you can see they're very, very small. They're just like little blobs right along in part of the wire. But yes, those look lovely in plants or arrangements, and they add that fairy-like quality to things. So cool. And I love that it's like a smaller battery pack. A lot of the times when we get fairy lights, it's like it fits like 3 batteries or 4 batteries, and so it's a little bit clunky. But this, because it's a natural color and then also just a lot smaller, is going to allow us to put it into a little more discreetly in our plants or our arrangements. So fairy lights, love that. Okay, still more miniature watercolor kit. Okay, and it came in like this little tin. It says the guardian of this jewel-toned place has sent you a gift. Oh, I opened it and it says you are a jewel. Paint to share your precious hues with the wistful world. A little note. It says inside the tidy little box you find a set of 3 paints along with brushes and watercolor paper. Use them to capture the colors that illuminate the horizon during this fleeting moment. Give one of your paintings to a stranger. Leave it to be discovered in a library book, on a message board, or on a waiting room table. I love that. So 2 little business card size pieces of watercolor paper, so they have that nice texture and thickness. Oh my gosh, this is just so magic. 3 little itty bitty brushes and then 3 colors, and I love the colors that we got. So cute. So, oh, and they're like magnets, so they sit on the bottom of the tin. This is the coolest thing ever, you guys, so I don't have to worry about them falling out. So I got like a deep brown, a really pretty like goldish tan, and then that nice bright blue. what gorgeous like watercolors you could do. I feel like you could just kind of be more abstract with your watercolor, just like splashes and splotches, and then wait for it to dry, and then take your ink pen and write a little fragment of poetry on it. And then, like they suggested, I love this idea of sort of passing the magic along and leaving it somewhere to be a found object, a found treasure for someone else. That is just so cool, you guys. Can you tell that I like this box? So everything fits inside, so you can just have this ready for you. You could even probably use the tin for the water if you needed to. That is super cool. And then I think we have one more item in here. So let's see. It says, place a seed in your mouth so you don't fade away. You'll be changed, but then you can stay. Huh. Okay, so it says, relic for glimpsing. As the dusk gathers and the twilight comes to an end, you discover a small blue envelope. Oh, I think there was supposed to be a seed in there, perhaps. I'll have to find it. So I discovered, let me see if there's a seed in here. Oh, goodness. I think there's a little charm that kind of fell out of there. I think that's what was supposed to be in there, probably. And then I do see some little bits, but I think those are just from my willow twig. All right, so I discovered my small blue envelope that's got some pretty moon washi tape. It says, the scarred crow has sent you a relic for your interpretation. It is a tiny window into your world showing a moment from the past. Hold it to the light or use a strong flashlight to project its image on the wall. What do you see and what does it mean? That is super cool. Hold on. So let me pull this off. It was like glued to this piece. So she just says, thank you, from Shannon. I have to open this up, you guys. I have to find out what's in my little blue, what does it say? It's my relic for glimpsing. This box is awesome. And then we do have a sneak peek for next month, so July box that you can probably still get in on. I opened it, but it's whatever it is. Oh, this is so cool. It's like an old slide, you guys. This is so neat. It's an old slide. Maybe you guys will be able to see it. It says it's a cardinal. Do you guys remember when people had slides? Can you see that? I'll let the light shine through. Maybe you can see that. It's a cardinal, so you can actually project it on the wall. I love that. Maybe I can turn on my fairy lights and you guys will be able to see it better. Let me see. Can you see it better? Oh no, now you just see the fairy lights. But that is so cool that she got us like a vintage slide, but it is a relic for glimpsing. I love that. That is so neat. You can kind of see it says cardinal right on there. So there is a little hint for next month. I'm not sure about this, place a seed in your mouth. I wonder if there was supposed to be a seed in here. So it says next month, meet the frogs. So frogs is going to be the theme for next month. I think that is super duper cool. And we got this little frog charm, which I think is what was supposed to be inside the little mesh bag. So look at the little frog charm. It's just like your little future, we're gonna have frogs as our theme, which I do think frogs are magical, not just when they kiss princesses in fairy tales. I can't get him to focus because he's so itty bitty, but it is a charm, so there is a loop at the top so that you could put it onto something. There we go. Little froggy. I hope I get to review the next box. It sounds so much fun, and it sounds like things kind of like grow and build on one another, and you learn more about the foxes of Birdmoss and the world of Birdmoss. I'm very curious about this. This is very like Alice in Wonderland, like eat me, drink me. I don't think they mean to put the frog in your mouth, but I have to find out what this is all about. So it says, dreamer, do not lose yourself in this place because you might never escape. So that's the letter. We got those 5 items and that little sneak peek at next month. We got our Twilight milk that turns your milk purple. We got that really pretty postcard, which I think is lovely with just the images. We got our nice little fairy lights. We got our willow stick, which, you know, not like the highest value on that, but pretty cool. That like that vintage slide, which I think is really fun to be able to project that on the wall. And it's actually a really lovely image of a bird, of a cardinal. And then the little travel watercolor set where you can pass some of the magic on. I thought this was a great box. I kind of love stuff like this. I've like I said, been looking for a box that has this element of poetry and beauty and magic and special like journey and sharing it with other people, but without necessarily being super like kind of new agey. I mean, I could see how that could occasionally have a feel like that, but not in this box. I like my witchy light version in here. So fun items, definitely things you don't get in other boxes. I've never gotten a willow twig before, but I just have to, this is like a mystery. I have to figure out what seed I'm supposed to put in my mouth. Let me know what you guys thought about this bird moss. If you want to go on a journey with me in the future and see what the frogs have to say, because I feel like the frogs have some ancient wisdom to share with us. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Check out bird moss if you want a little magic in your life, and I will see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.